So the question we ask ourselves is, what do you see? Well, most people would answer, I see a bunch of lonely canines. But what I see is money. In 1991, a lot of things were taking place. The grunge era, or what I like to refer to as, these dudes need to take a serious shower era. But another thing happened too. And I happened to work with my dad, who is a dental technician, and he taught me all about setting teeth for dentures. So I learned how to make dentures, which is a huge thing in orthodontics because most people don't think of us as denture technicians. But how many times do you have to trim a tooth and get it to fit in a certain spot? And you're stuck and you can't find the right tooth. Well, in this video, I'm going to teach you a little trick that I use. Alex was kind enough to let me take this video from Instagram. When we learn how to set denture teeth, we learn on edentulous models we have all the room in the world. But it's not the case all the time. Typically, your cases look like this. By learning how to set denture teeth on cases like this, it helped me in my orthodontic career, setting teeth on retainers and flippers and etc. My dad always taught me the hardest thing about setting teeth is sometimes you just don't have space and you have to make it happen. And that's exactly what he taught me, is you have to make it happen. Once that's part of your mindset, the rest is easy. So teeth can be converted from centrals to laterals, but has anyone ever done a canine to a lateral? Well, in this video, I'm going to demonstrate that. So sometimes you're missing, you have the right shade, but you're missing the tooth. Well, this video will help you. Hey, I'm curious if anyone else is using these techniques. So leave a comment below if you are. Thanks. First thing you want to do is take off the point of the canine. Because laterals do not have a point, they're flat. Also, what we can do is get some bulk reduction really fast. As you know that a lateral is very thin, while a canine is very thick on the back portion of the side, on the back portion. You also know that you're setting this tooth, it's got to fit in that space, so we know we can get rid of some width, because canines are obviously much more wider. And we can remove some of the back just to help out with seating. But this next step, a lateral has a flat surface, and a canine has a grooved surface that's raised. We want to flatten this out. So we're going to hold the tooth tight. We're going to hold the tooth nice and tight and remove that. You can start to see things taking shape as our canine becomes a lateral. Lateral has this angle right here, and that is the most important part of the tooth for shaping. So we're going to copy that angle. And it also doesn't have a sharp edge, it's got a rounded edge. And then the cervical comes to a nice little rounded edge on the top. We can remove some of the backside to help this. can start to see it's taking the shape of a lateral. Also on the lateral, back side comes almost, the distal side is almost a 90-degree angle. So as the tooth begins to take its shape, you can start removing some of the cervical on the back side to make the seat better. Now the only thing that you could do if you want to get fancy is put the light little grooves in it. Well, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pumice and polish this tooth that I created. Now you can go ahead and wax this tooth in and finish the rest of the retainer. Typically it only takes me about a minute to a minute and a half to trim a lateral into a canine, but when you're doing it step by step, it looks like it takes a lot. It's more tedious than it really is, but luckily I have that denture background that I've done it a million times. You can also convert a molar into a bicuspid using the same technique. Super simple, because a lot of times you just don't have these teeth in stock, and then you got all these wasted canines. Let's turn them into money. And a quick shout out to my friend Alex on Instagram who let me use his post. You can follow him on Instagram. The link is in my description. And as always, thanks for watching. Please leave me a like if you like this video. Drop a comment. I always read them and I'll always respond to you. Thanks for watching. We will see you next Tuesday with a new video. And as always, stay busy, friends.